Hey guys, it's Shortcakey. How y'all doing? Hope you're doing good. Today we're going to talk about Lance Stewart. Yeah. And I'm here with my husband, Buckeye. So, honey, what is your take on Lance Stewart?
Lance Stewart is a fraud, a fake, the wolf in sheep's clothing, a deceiver, a bullshitter. There's a long list of names that I can go through to describe Lance Stewart. I'm going to be blunt about this.
Go ahead.
Lance Stewart doesn't care about anyone else except himself. Lance Stewart could care less about what happens to any of his fans or anybody that's around him. He doesn't care. There's only two things that Lance Stewart cares about: himself and the money. That's all he's worried about. You know, his friends, he doesn't care.
Nope.
Lizzie, he doesn't care about Lizzie.
No.
You know, Lance Stewart doesn't even care about Theo. I feel for Theo. You know, that poor dog Theo having to put up with Lance's BS.
Yeah.
Lance, I served 16 years in the Army, and this phrase in the Army:
What is that?
you cannot bullshit a bullshitter. And in my words, that means I can see through your deception.
Okay.
So don't try to bullshit me. You know, your demon slash haunting videos, they're a joke. You know,
Yeah.
for the supporters that support Lance Stewart, you need to look at the video where he's pulled out of his bed.
See a string.
You don't only see a string, but if you look close enough, you can see that his lotion bottle
Is crooked. Or off kilter.
Stop.
Keep it going.
Stop. Just stop.
No. It's true. I mean, a lot of YouTubers, and you've seen this, have pointed that out. That it was cropped or fixed. When you see it, you know, like the full
Cut in
bottle.
half.
Yeah, cut in half. And then it's fixed.
It's basically, it's basically bullshit right there.
Yeah.
You know, like Shortcake said, the lotion bottle's in half, the water bottle's in half. You know, if you watch, you know, like I said, look real close at the video. You can tell it's a bunch of BS. The video where he's trying to be a fruit ninja and he cuts his finger.
I remember that.
Okay, everybody has their days of doing something stupid. I will admit, I've done some, you know, something stupid myself. You know, something similar to what Lance did. Back in high school, my best friend and I, it was summer vacation. We were bored, and he collects knives and swords. So we decided to go out in his front yard and play with his machetes, and he cut my thumb.
But you said you didn't notice it until it happened. Sorry.
When he cut my thumb, I didn't feel anything. For a couple of minutes after he cut my thumb, we're still sword fighting with the machetes and everything. And when I came up to do a move, that's when I noticed that my thumb was bleeding. But when I noticed that, my best friend and I, we instantly went in his house, put it under cold water, and then put some pressure on it to stop the bleeding. I didn't stand there and let myself continually bleed without putting pressure on it, unlike Lance Stewart. After he cut himself, he's standing there.
Oh my god, oh my god.
And he's bleeding out. He's not worried about putting pressure on his finger to, slow down or stop the bleeding. He's just standing there. And you gotta look closely at this one too. But you can see that he's looking at the camera
The whole time.
to make sure that the camera's still recording and that he's in the picture.
Yep.
That's just plain old stupid.
Yeah.
He should have instantly put pressure on his finger to, like I said, slow down the bleeding or stop the bleeding.
Yeah.
And instead of them calling 911, that's a smart thing to do, is for someone in his family to call 911. But they could have just stuffed his ass in a car and rushed him to the hospital instead of waiting for the ambulance.
Good point.
Somebody bleeding like that, don't take the time to wait for an ambulance. Just stuff his ass in a car
And go.
and go. You'll save a little bit of time in getting to the hospital.
Yeah.
Lance Stewart's subscriber base is basically a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
Well, basically teens, too.
Teens as well. There's some adults in the subscriber base as well,
Yeah.
but it's mainly kids. That is his... What's the word I'm looking for?
His main base of
Yeah,
subscribers. Basically.
his main base, basically.
They're easily influenced.
The reason why kids are his main base is because they're easily influenced. They don't understand things like adults do.
Yeah.
So anything they see Lance doing, they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. Give you an example. Besides the Fruit Ninja video, the video for July 4th where he and his friends are playing with fireworks. It's plain old stupid. To stand there with fireworks in your hand, basically explosives. Something that can explode in your hand. You lose fingers, you lose your hand. Apparently, he didn't learn from his Fruit Ninja video. Yeah, those were knives that he was playing with, and these are explosives that he's playing with.
Yeah.
But all in all, he can still lose fingers. He can lose his hand.
Yeah.
He could also hurt somebody else.
True.
Due to the fact that they were dumb enough to shoot fireworks at each other. You know, you don't know where that firework is going to hit. You don't know if your friend's clothing is going to catch on fire. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, he actually burned Chris's neck, back of the neck, when they were shooting off the Roman candles at each other.
And for them to do something like that, Lance Stewart has no fucking brains.
No.
Lance Stewart is just plain fucking arrogant.
Yep.
Lance Stewart, you know, the video that he posted today about basically about haters of him and any of his other friends,
Yeah.
you know, that video he made today was just straight bullshit. 99% of the stuff that comes out of Lance Stewart's mouth is basically bullshit.
Yes.
Lance Stewart would not know his ass from a hole in the ground.
So true. He's annoying. His laugh's annoying. His little yell is annoying. That he does the yo thing. He does that everywhere, and it's freaking annoying as hell. It makes you want to smack him.
So, some of the videos that Lance Stewart has done and uploaded through YouTube, I don't know if YouTube is just relaxed in videos that they allow uploaded on their servers. In my opinion, YouTube needs some restructuring. Somebody, you know, that really pays attention to the videos. You know, if somebody watching a YouTuber complains about something that they saw in the video, YouTube really needs to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
You know, not just, okay, this person's just crying or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They need somebody that really pays attention to the videos and to any complaints from people complaining about the video.
Yeah.
In my opinion, YouTube needs to get their head
Really?
out of their ass. Arrogant jackasses like Lance Stewart,
Jake Paul
as well, but I'm not going to go into Jake Paul.
Nah.
I'm mainly here to rant about Lance Stewart. YouTube should not allow people like Lance Stewart to upload videos at all.
No.
Lance Stewart is basically using his friends,
Yeah.
his girlfriend,
Yep.
his dog,
Yep.
as clickbait. Lance Stewart is basically using YouTube.
He's a major clickbaiter. If you click on every single one of his videos, it's nothing but freaking clickbait. And I know, again, a lot of YouTubers have pointed that out. And it does need to stop. And granted, clickbait is okay sometimes, but when you constantly do it,
I don't agree with clickbait at all. If you're using clickbait just to get views, that's just pathetic. If you can't be if you can't be like authentic with your video or unique, you know, come up with something fresh every day, then you've got issues.
true.
You know, the majority of Lance Stewart's videos is him saying, hi, how you all doing today? Blah, blah, blah.
The gym.
And after his intro, they're basically talking about going to the gym. It's the same bullshit every day.
Yep.
Lance Stewart is basically giving out his schedule, his daily schedule. And I went through information technology in college.
Yep.
And one of my teachers told me that basically social media is basically a treasure chest for FBI, police officers, any type of law enforcement agency. It is also a treasure chest for hackers, for people that want to do some kind of physical harm to somebody. You know, you give out your daily schedule like that, you know,
You're asking for trouble.
Yeah, somebody, you know, it may be a couple of years before they, you know, actually do it, but you don't know that there's somebody in the background, you know, trying to plan something.
Yeah.
You know, so change up your schedule. You know, if you're doing something at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, change it to 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock.
Or even an
And
evening
then-
time.
Or and the next day, do it at a different time. Changing, you know, rotating your schedule like that basically confuses, you know, anybody that wants to hack you or anybody that wants to do any type of physical harm.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm pretty sure if Lance Stewart was to see this video, he wouldn't listen to any part of what I just said as far as changing your schedule up or anything.
One ear out the other.
Basically. Like I said, he doesn't care about anybody else except himself and the money. You know, his merchandise is not worth
Yeah.
what he's asking for it. You know, his hoodies, his shirts, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not worth 30, 40, or 50, or $60. It's not worth any of that.
All.
No. You know, I would take, you know, if I was to buy some of Lance Stewart's merchandise, I would use it to wipe my ass with.
I like that.
That's basically what I think of Lance Stewart. He's a piece of shit.
It's pretty bit true.
And I can guarantee Lance Stewart can't handle the truth. You know, last week I think it was, Chris and Aiden pulled a prank on Lance by pouring laxatives in a pre-warm-up drink. You know, if you can't, take a joke or a prank, then you shouldn't be dishing out jokes or a prank.
Exactly. You can dish it, but you can't take it. And I know there were some comments wondering if that was actually real or not.
Oh, it's real.
You think that part was real?
Yeah, I think it was real. And I found it hilarious that Chris and Aiden pranked him and basically made him shit his pants. To me, it was fucking awesome. Lance got what he had coming to him. What goes around Lance comes around.
Yep.
And like I mentioned, if you can't take it, don't dish it.
Nope.
When I first joined the Army, I was basically the same way. I could dish out a joke, but I couldn't take it. But after a few months of being in the Army, I got to where I can take the jokes as well.
Yeah.
So now I can basically take jokes and I can give, joke around as well. Yeah. Lance, my suggestion to you, Lance, is just stop posting videos on YouTube. Stop posting videos on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever social media you have access to. Just stop posting. Because all your videos are clickbait and bullshit.
Yep. Just stop.
Basically, I need to go put my boots on,
to wade through the bullshit.
yeah, basically. The shit's getting deep.
Yeah.
Stop posting videos.
Yeah.
You are pathetic. You are... Let's see. Irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, granted, you got 3.5 million subscribers. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Like what was mentioned earlier, your fan base is basically just a bunch of kids and preteens.
Yeah.
Kids that don't know any better.
No.
So, just stop, Lance. Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
Because
Just stop.
the bigger you get, the harder you're going to fall.
Most definitely.
That's basically happening with a YouTuber right now. His name is Jake Paul. I've been watching videos on YouTube. Jake Paul is eventually not going to be on YouTube anymore. My suggestion to Jake Paul is
Calm down and...
calm down. Take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah, most definitely.
I know I said I wasn't good at getting into Jake Paul, but I'm getting to Jake Paul anyway. Dude, take responsibility for your actions.
Yeah.
Respect your neighbors.
Yes.
You know, if they ask you to keep the noise down, keep the noise down. Don't do stupid shit like throwing furniture into an empty pool and lighting it on fire. That's just plain stupid. You're putting your neighbors' lives at risk, basically.
Yeah, because it could have gotten out of control. Even though it was in the pool, the flames or embers could have caught a tree. The wind could have blown the fire or the embers.
The embers do spread.
Yeah.
They fly around, they spread. And if they hit a dry spot, that dry spot
You're screwed.
more than likely is going to light up, and somebody else could possibly get injured. And you're going to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do stupid shit.
No.
Use your brains.
You got him.
God
Use
gave
'em.
you brains, use them.
Yep.
Same with you, Lance Stewart. Use your brains.
Yeah.
If you can't take a joke or a prank, don't joke or prank around with your friends.
No.
Oh, fuck it. Stop using your friends. If you call them friends, then actually be friends with them. Don't use them to just get views.
No.
Don't use Lizzie to just get views.
Right.
It's wrong.
Very wrong.
You know, if you can't be yourself to get views, you know, then you shouldn't be on YouTube.
No.
You know, granted, Jake Paul is being himself, but Jake Paul, in the process, is basically just doing
Stupid
dumb
shit.
shit.
Yeah. He's young. He's a kid.
You know. In a way, I find it amusing to, you know, just sit here and watch you guys do the dumb shit you do. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, what's this person thinking? Does this person have brains? You know, what is up with this guy or girl or whatever? Don't they think before they speak? Don't they think before they do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Lance, before you go on hating the so-called haters of your channel or any of your friends' channels,
Yeah.
you know, you need to stop and think about some of the dumb shit you do,
Yes. Take a look in the mirror.
basically.
All right.
And if you don't like what you see in the mirror,
Go do it.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Stop posting.
Yeah. Take a break. Chill.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to let y'all go. We'll see you in the next video. Love you guys. Smooches and hugs. Mwah!